was the best life ever. But
I thought Cameron was.
no, elementary school.
Where was that when he was on the boat dancing?
That was Cameron Middle.
They said
Tell
the
them what you
dancer,
up to
he
now.
like turns up.
Yeah,
You
with
know,
all the
like,
beautiful
turn up.
women, you already know.
I love it.
I might be your future student coming here, so you never know. To now,
So tell them about Doors. What they
I just started a work readiness program. I'm taking part 1. It's like a 6-week program where you learn, get soft skills and prepare for a workplace, you know, as a disability. Cause you know, sometimes a lot of employees, they might not hire you because you're a disability or accommodation. So you gotta be prepared for that. And how many of y'all use LinkedIn?
I do.
Gotta use it because LinkedIn is really, really important. I'm on LinkedIn and I post about it every day. So if you can find me on LinkedIn, first and last name, Jayson Tyler,
Spell Jason.
Yeah.
Spell your first name. So that
Jayson. So you spell it Jayson. So if you got LinkedIn, hit me up on LinkedIn. I just got a certification in CompTIA A+. Y'all heard of Hope Project?
Yes.
Raymond Bell is the CEO of Hope Project. So I did that for 12 weeks, and I'm still part of them. We family, you know. I talk to the people at the Hope Project. Me and Mr. Bell, we still connected. And yeah, so
You know, what is this program that you're doing now?
I just talked about that.
But what are you doing at the program?
We learning job skills and soft skills, get ready for the workplace. It's a 6-week program. We got 2 parts, work readiness 1, and the second part is work readiness 2. That's more like on the job sites. So once I complete the first part, I'm gonna go there. And once I complete work readiness 2, I'm gonna
Get
take
a
my
job.
exam.
To get a job.
I still gotta take my exam. I gotta do my test, so I can get paid, get certified, ITF.
So what's your future goal? Who you gonna work for?
So my goal is I want to work for Apple accessibility because I'm really good with phones and computers and other products they make.
Show the people how you work your phone.
I just put my face. Hey Siri. See? You heard that? That's how I work my phone with voiceover. So if you got an iPhone, you turn voiceover on and read what's on the screen. I'm gonna make that your homework assignment. Nah, for real, cause at the end of the day, your vision might not be there for you. So you have to start learning how to use voiceover because everybody relies on their vision and it's not gonna always be there. So you have to get the hang with voiceover. Cause you're gonna need it, might need it in their life. There's a lot of people that get blind later in life. You know?
Tell them about all the sports that you did in MSD.
So when I went to the Maryland School for the Blind in Baltimore, I did wrestling, goal ball. It's a Paralympic sport with balls with bells in it. And I'm a track and field. I did better than this one.
It's interesting with track and field. I'm not sure if you all have seen where the visually impaired person does track and field. Can you explain to them? Because I found it was very
So on the track and field, they got the little tethers that go on the sprint lanes. And I'm the fastest runner on the planet. Like nobody.
I got video, you got smoke.
I'm good in basketball than this one. I'm good in pool table than this one. Bowling, swimming. I'm an athlete like nobody. This one thinks he can be.
Whole house full of haters.
As you can see,
I
they
work
work
out every day. I work out every day. I do 100 push-ups like this one. This one don't even work out. I be on this
Oh, wait, his trainer said it.
5 days a week.
His trainer is in here.
Shout out to Dewan Summers. I'm about to be his next trainer. I'm about to smoke him. When I come out of this work readiness, I'm going straight to his gym.
That's it, I got it. You know.
So, the scene y'all saw, what was going on with Jayson and Bowie? What was going on?
Oh, he had just gotten accepted.
So we were at Gold Ball.
Yep, and so we saw him dancing and.
They was cheating in that gold ball game. I won.
So y'all got
That
any
was a lot of
questions
work.
about that for Jayson or for us? For that whole scene, first scene y'all saw?
Jason, I have a question. How is it being a Tyler? How is it? What is the everyday sort of life like being with Mr. Jamie and Mrs. Erana?
You said what?
What is the everyday life like of being with Mrs. Erana and Mr. Jamie? How is the Tyler household?
I be trying to get them to hang with me.
Oh.
I gotta go to this. It be me and my grandmother the most. Like I be close to her because these people are like hard workers and it's hard to like get them to hang with the family. Like that's why we pretty much.
Hold on, let me ask you, anybody here been to Miami?
Yeah.
Anybody here been to Vegas?
Yes.
Anybody been to Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Anybody been to?
Anybody been in Cancun?
Okay, he was doing that as a teenager.
Anybody been to the football games, Redskins games, the
First
Wizards
of all, who
games,
on Redskin game? That's
or the Commanders now?
Nationals. So,
Or who could talk to Floyd Mayweather on the phone?
Wow.
Or FaceTime each other.
but we don't have time. And this is in all seriousness, because of my lifestyle for the last 16 years, I've been blessed to be around a lot of celebrities. Floyd is a great friend of mine. And he's been knowing him since he was probably 14. He's about to be 26. 25. He about to be 25, my bad. So I say all that to say, because of his disability, I felt that pressure that I had to give him this lifestyle and this social life, so to speak. So Jayson was around me all his life in my world. So if I'm in Vegas, we hang with Champ. He in the gym with. He got pictures with Tank when Tank was probably 20. Lloyd when he was probably 48 minutes or 30 something. Juwan Howard, D Wade. I mean, he got pictures of everybody if you go on his social media. But I say all that to say because I was into the Wizards and the Redskins and the Nats and boxing and the celebrity like he was with. So he talking about right now because we're trying to push him in the independent world. Don't depend on us. Like we're not gonna be here forever. So if you wanna catch your Uber and go here or go there, go do it. You wanna fly to Atlanta, go ahead. And that's what those schools were preparing for, how to pursue his own independence. So you could finish.
Let me tell y'all something. You know when you're single, it can be hard sometimes. That's why I be trying to like have them find some good places with a bunch of beautiful like mingle spots. I'm trying to get on a date.
He say trying to get on a date.
Jesus, sir.
I'm trying to get on a dating show.
So Doc, to answer your question, what is it like living with him?
Right, exactly.
Boy, and I'm telling y'all, this every day, all day, been like this. He get it from my father though. My father
And
act
you
like-
too. He likes to keep going, like he doesn't wanna sit still, he wants to travel, he wants to go out, he wants to, what you say, turn up?
Get lit.
Get So he keeps us busy, we're busy, you know, with the businesses that we have, and we're also trying to balance business with family. But it gets difficult, especially now that we got the 202, we're trying to, you know, get that up and going, all the other businesses that we have. So when Jayson is away, he's been away during the week in Baltimore, Sunday through Thursday. He just got home actually 2 hours ago. And we, you know, told him to come join us. But it's like, okay, Jayson will be home Thursday. You know, we gotta plan out our weekend after we've been working Monday through Thursday. So it's like, okay, now I know he wants to go here, there, and everywhere. But like Jamie said, you know, it's time for him to start picking up the phone, calling a friend, calling his sister or his brother, say, hey, let's go to this brunch or let's go to this party. And not just depending on his parents to do everything with him. Right?
No.
One
Spend
ear
my
out the
assets,
other.
not money. I'm saving that for big things in life. I need that money. I don't have a job right now, so I gotta do what I gotta
But
do.
tell him how responsible you are too, with your money, your bills.
Yeah, pay your rent, pay your phone bill. You know,
So he pays rent, he pays his phone bill,
credit card bill.
he buys groceries.
You know, having a disability don't got nothing to do with paying expenses.
That's right, Jayson. That's true, Jayson.
So it's not an excuse to say, oh, I can't pay this because I got a disability. No, they don't want to hear that.
And just to piggyback off that, so y'all know, like, when we go to the barber shop, he pulls that phone out, cash at the barber. When he wants something from the grocery store, he goes on that phone, and they pulling up. Uber, he getting the Uber, they pulling up. So, you know, we could be more proud of the progress he's made. Takes a village, you know, y'all hear that? We got a huge one. Doc, did that answer your question?
Yes, yeah, I got it. You guys have any questions? I have more, but I don't wanna hog the floor.
I have a question. Okay, so I know you want to work for Apple, but besides working for Apple, what is like your dream? Do you have like another like dream?
It's like, well, to be working in the IT field. My passion is IT because I just did a course and I really love that class that I just did. There's so much stuff that I learned that I didn't know about with Windows and stuff. I want to learn how to take a laptop apart and repair it and fix it.
That's what's up.
Have you ever considered doing public speaking? Because I know a lot of 24-year-olds who aren't as independent as you are.
I'm pretty good in public speaking. I be trying to make people laugh sometimes. You know, I don't want to make people born. You know, they know. You know what a Gemini is. When you're talking to a Gemini, you know how they do.
Gemini's in here,
But that was a topic we discussed with him. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Mr. Tyler. We saw the video of you pretty much facilitating a meetup with the therapist or the psychiatrist with fellow like MPD officers and such. My dad did 30 years. He was with MPD. He was a detective as well. Carlos Hilliard, and he specialized
That's your dad?
Yes.
How long know your father?
I know. I
Man, me and father used to bowl together in the 90s.
Wow. Wow.
And not to get too deep, but I was working when he passed.
Yeah. Actually, I
I
found
know
him.
who went to the scene. They came back. Y'all know Carlos? I said, yeah. So my condolences to you and the family.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know his brother too.
Yeah. Quentin.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Southwest, right?
Right. Unfortunately, he's no longer here with us either. Yeah. So my question is, based on you knowing, just even my father, just to give context about the different, you know, how he articulated the different things that they see and that they're exposed to, the culture is not really been set for quite some time as far as specifically addressing mental health. And the depiction within the video definitely talked about alcoholism quite a bit. So I guess my question to you is, what do you think needs to change? Considering that you have, you know, especially not just, you know, well, I just say it this way, you have a lot of men, you know, black men that, you know, don't want to go see a therapist, don't want to sit down with anybody and talk about, you know, the trials and the tribulations or what they have seen or what they have been exposed to. Although therapy is becoming more acceptable within our generation and stuff like that, it's very taboo, especially within the law enforcement field. So what do you think needs to change?
Man, that's an amazing question, man. And all that what you're saying is the reason why I stepped up. When I did that scene, I'm gonna tell you how I met the therapist. I was on the scene where her daughter was murdered. Didn't even know her. So in a homicide, it's a squad goes out. Mine was an autopsy. After, you know, we work the scene. Somebody has to go to the next of kin, make that notification. I never met the family. This 2017. 2022, we're retired. But you gotta go take this in-service class. It's a mental health class. Man, I'm very tired. Why did I take this for? I'm mad.
Right.
I said, all right, this a week I'll be doing nothing cool. Let me go on over. So Dr. McAllister is literally talking about her daughter. I said, he's got a straight bullet. I heard the name. I said, that's the young lady I went to the autopsy. So by this point, I'm on TV already. So I assume nobody watches this show. But I was wrong. Doc knew everything about the show. She never said a word. I'm sitting in there 2 days, we sitting there chilling. Come up to her, I said, hey, nice to meet you. I said, I was on the scene of your daughter's case. She said, I know who you are. She said, Mr. Love, married DC, da da da. So we going through that. I said, why you say that? She said, I wasn't gonna find out. She said, I'm a big fan, but I wasn't gonna let you know. So I said, you got your own practice? She was like, yeah. I said, I'm gonna pitch a scene with you. I said, I need to get you a business exposure because police are not gonna talk to nobody. They're not gonna do it. I never wanted to do it. I just told you I didn't wanna go to class. And like you said, you're a police, you're supposed to be bad, you're supposed to be tough, you signed up for that's what the stigma around. I was like, and she'll tell you, the stuff I done seen from 97 to 22, y'all whole lives, most of y'all, none of y'all can imagine. I can say, that ain't nothing. I had this. You're like, oh, I saw a car accident, this happened. I had 20 of those in a year. So I started to say that stuff weighs on me, and you just, you know, I used to go in the basement. Like I had near death experience. I go in the basement. What just happened? She like, you home? I'm like, yeah, I'll be up in a minute. And I'm just down that joint. Like, what in the hell? You know, we calling each other, the guys that were out there like, y'all good? Everybody good? So when we did that scene, I said, let me get some more retired guys to do the scene with me. And I said, man, we gotta get this message out. Like, and it's not just police, it's first responders, you know, paramedics, military. And then I didn't like the scene with my son because I didn't, until you see yourself on TV, out of character, it's not gonna really register. Like I can argue with my son all day long, his brother, and I'll be like, we just gonna argue. Cause I feel like I'm right. He feel like he right. He don't understand, I don't understand. But then when we sat in there, I don't know if they didn't see that
Oh,
scene.
no, they didn't see that.
That's another scene. So now y'all gotta watch the show. So I'll get back to him, but the scene with my coworkers, the response of that scene, mind blowing. I mean, I had kids who were parents were police or firefighters. Some of them still alive, some of them passed, and they just said, I get it, man. Like watching y'all have that conversation, and of course it's short for TV, but it's way longer than that. And we just get into it, and the producers kept trying to make me the drunk. I'm no different than nobody. Have a drink, I have fun, cut up, it is what it is. But in that TV world, they try to pay on certain things. And I started getting mad, cause even in that room, they kind of pitching the question to the cast. I mean, you know, the other guys in the room, like, asking about alcohol. He think he, and they kept saying, I'm not asking. And I just had to nip it. I said, stop doing that. Cause you trying to put this message out here like, I'm out here drinking every day, getting drunk, about to crash my car. Like, I don't drink like that. I only drink socially. So don't stop doing that, you know. So we did that session, and you know, it just hit me. It was like, I talked to Gerald, who was in the scene. He said, you ever think about doing a foundation? I was like, nah. He's like, man, right now you got everybody's attention. So that's how Jayson Tyler Foundation was born. And it was strictly to be that face to say, hey, if he talking about it, you know, I'm gonna open up to it and seek the therapy. And you guys being future therapists, so, you know, and like you said, in my era, mental health. No, mental health. You having a bad day, you better get over it, get your ass back where you supposed to be. And you know, but now people taking it serious, so you know, I felt it was my duty to be the face of it.
Thank you.
I haven't seen the show, but I'm curious to know if there's any sort of counseling for spouses and family members of first responders.
So,
They
so
have
it's
their
a
own
scene we did,
benefit.
my other son, and we had a pretty bad blowout in the scene over, what are they, the 29, what are y'all?
Millennials.
Y'all. I know y'all know. So he's that one, that middle child who is, you know how they say, if you keep touching something, it's gonna burn you, and I'm trying to take, don't burn it. I mean, don't touch it. He the one wanna touch it. He gonna touch it every 4 or 5 times too. So coming up, you know, I'm a police officer, so I'm pretty tough. You know, I've seen a lot. I'm seeing youngins dying. I'm seeing them going to jail, and I see you gravitating to that, getting in trouble. Now police calling me, knocking on my door. You smoking, head growing, you name it. I see it. You looking like the dudes on the street now. So I'm trying to tell them, and we had a scene where every time the cameras come, we kind of at odds. Where's Lil Junior? He need to be here. He need to show up. Like, we not even talking right now. Like, let him do what he doing. Nah, he should be there. So he was going to away to Disney, which was another program at the time. So they tell him to come. He coming in looking crazy. Oh, y'all need to go talk. So we go have a conversation. It goes left. And to where I just like he took the mic off and threw it like, fuck this show, I ain't fuck this, and walked out. Cool. Let him go. No, you gotta go talk to him. Still pressing me. That's the messy producer stuff. Go talk to him. I said, I'm good. We don't need to talk. Jamie, it's your son. Yeah, you need to talk to him. So I go out there. He crying on the floor. The producer, oh, it's okay. This is your son. So I'm like, enabling these millennials. And I'm like, you just heard what he just said. The argument was over a job. And it was over speeding tickets. He get these camera tickets. And he asked me to pay the ticket. And I'm not paying a damn ticket. So he goes off. And then he back this long check. And I was like, what? Entitled. So I said, man, look, I'm not paying shit. Ask your girlfriend pay it. Since she hold you down and she got your back and all that. I tell her what he did. He like, this boy crazy. So that's what the blow up started out. He said, so I had him doing security. You know, I know people getting the job. He quit. I said, we talking about that on the boat. He said, you want me to do that? I don't want that. I said, sure, you gotta do something. And I said it more aggressive because I was pissed. I said, you gotta do something. You can't just exist. So he going off, man, fuck this show. Took the mic, threw it, went out. So in the hallway, him and the producer getting in my face. Well, like I'm the bad guy. So I pointed at him like, that's the problem now. Y'all keep babying him. And he's like, get your fucking hand out my face. This is why the camera's rolling. So it's drama for the audience, but it's real stuff for us. And I'm like, sure, I'll fuck you up and my friends. And I said, that's how I kept it real. I said, I would beat your ass. He ain't gonna do shit. So it got ugly. And they kept trying to make me talk to him. And I said, no, we're not talking no more. Get a therapist. So that's how Dr. Cunningham came in play. But you gotta watch it, you'll see. And I literally said what I had to say, and I shut up. He said what he had to say, and Doc checked both of them. And it's longer than what you see, but that hour or two we did with him, probably why we can coexist today. And this was a couple years ago. But so you guys are very important. You have no idea. Because I kind of gave up. I was like, I'm not talking to him, because it's like talking at the wall. He mad, he ain't listening. I'm mad, I don't want to hear nothing, because I know everything. And so because of my law enforcement background, I just was like, maybe I'm still carrying this job, and I still see him as dudes on the street. And it just, between him and Dr. McAllister, it just helped me just relax and like, you know what? If he got a warning more than I did. And that's what I was caught up in. I was trying to, like, come on, sure, I can tell you how to do this. Like, I did this 30 years before you was even here. Like, you just got here. But they said you wanted too much. And then seeing myself on TV, it just helped me really, like, back off. And she'll tell you even today, he's still moving around, and not like I would have, but I'm out of it.
Another question. So no marriage is like really, easy. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort. And considering your background in law enforcement, even in the culture like of police life, I'm sure the divorce rate is probably extremely high. So I'm curious, what has caused you all to stay connected throughout the course of time? Because it's going back, since the early kind of 90s. Jayson is born in 2000. And I kind of also want to know, is Jayson a reason that kind of brings you all closer together? Like throughout that time, did he play a reason to come home and things like that?
Good question,
I know
man.
she want to talk, so
He says it a reason for you to come home.
I'm gonna speak on, but I know you got something to say.
So believe it or not, Jamie and I think we had counseling maybe once in our almost 30 years of marriage, believe it or not. I think what we did, where the kids matter, of course, and it's just not Jayson. It's a lot that we built together in all these years together. Just a lot of forgiveness, a lot of sacrifice. Right now, in this age, like you said, the divorce rate is high. A lot of people just don't want to fight it out or fight for their marriage, should I say. And, we just have a lot of stuff invested. It's nothing else out here. As y'all know, when my daughter say the dating pool is pissy, I would never want to start over again.
I like that. I like that.
And we're like best friends. We worked through a lot of our hard times together. We started a weekly date night because you just don't want to just not have those date nights together with your spouse. You still want to have that loving relationship, still want to go out, you still want to have fun and work your businesses too. So you got to have that balance. What you want to add?
Basically what she said, but when she was pregnant with little Jamie, 96, I had already been dealing with Ricky's dad. We had a couple run-ins back in those days. So I told her, I said, I'm not doing this baby father stuff. And then I gotta be dealing with another dude around my kids.
For sure.
So I said, we gotta get married. Well, I said, we married, we talk out.
He proposed. He got down on that one knee.
So we got married, and yeah, I was young, wild, police, hang out, all that come with a 24-year-old. So you can imagine, and this the 90s. Ain't no phones, social media. Then, you know, as years go on, social media comes. That was a whole nother shockwave to merge, cause you know, everybody in the DMs and trying to be slick, poking you and all that wild